This is all so new, right?
Yes, so new, so weird.
It's weird. It is weird. It's what interests you about this position, our position here with Fluid.
I think the thing that interested me the most was this kind of antagonistic, kind of worldly, almost otherworldly kind of wrap around this kind of plant mentality that you so often gain from, I guess I'm trying to think of how to word it, maybe from like a statistical standpoint, it's not so much the way it blossomed into this company, but I guess it's more of the inner core.
Do you have home health experience?
What's that?
Do you have home health experience?
Yes. So basically, I take the analysis and I'll give it back in a statistical manner because it's like man versus machine. It's like one thing and another, but it's nice to have that human flow.
Is this a prank call?
What's that?
Is this a prank call?
Oh, is no. What do you mean?
So, what position are you interested in?
I guess it all comes down to a more like analysis based on like a representation of the whole. So it's not necessarily what one would convolute in kind of like a egotistical sense. You know what I mean?
I'm not really sure. Yeah. So, what work experience do you have?
Basically, if it's all in a convoluted world, it's not necessarily what you would
Combined with that kind of egotistical work values that so often we perceive, but it's not necessarily like teamwork.
it's all valued.
So, where are you currently employed?
Pretty much from this kind of like it's like I kind of go half with my perspective. It's not necessarily this kind of conjuncture of convoluted mess that we so often consume. It's I'm kind of weird in interviews, sorry.
Um,
It's like I'm getting warmed up. I haven't done an interview in so long.
okay, one more. What position are you applying for?
That's the thing. So I like to look at it from more of a statistical analysis. I don't analyze it from percents. I take it as a whole and I use it as the convoluted whole. It's not necessarily what I experiment with. So I like to take that more of a narrow analysis.
All right, so we really appreciate your time today. We're looking for we're looking for a different position, I think. That's not so convoluted.
Well, it's not necessarily convoluted from that statistical analysis sense. It's just from that egotistical perspective on the world. It's not.
Okay, thank you. Have a good day, Sleep.
How would you like me to pronounce your name?
You can do seef, leaf, queef, meef, or deef.
Oh, any one of those.
Yes.
Okay. All right, let me do Seif. Is that okay?
That works.
Okay.
If you want to switch it up, feel free.
What kind of work would you like to see yourself doing?
I guess a more like concrete approach to structuring the foundation of how I think on this deeper level of organization when it comes to this hierarchical nature of society. I mean, just look at the lobster population or look at, our diets and the bone density. It's not necessarily what can be brought around if it's spewed from various fountains. So I will bring it to
Okay.
the youth.
Okay. All right. All right. So what's your? Oh, go ahead. Sorry. Go ahead, Steve.
Oh, no, no, no. I was just, this is my listening face.
That's fine. That's okay. That's fine. So, where did you go to school? Where did you graduate from?
So I graduated from this more kind of an esoteric view of near where Ryan Lochte was before he won the Olympics.
All right. I'm going to see if one of my colleagues is here. I'm going to see if she's here. We can talk a little bit about the role.
Awesome, that sounds great.
Hang So I have Tiffany over here. Tiffany, actually, she's the outpatient site coordinator. Do you see yourself having a certain population that you would like to see yourself working with?
I'd say the populace is kind of general. My generalized sense of being, in which I kind of would base that specificity off of, is not neurological in the sense of my impulses. Okay.
All right, that sounds good. That sounds very good. Now, where did you go to university again? You said one. Go ahead.
So where Ryan Lochte went, and I would literally see him on the weekends, on Friday and Saturday nights. We were 3 weeks out from, I think it was London, 2012.
I see. I see. Okay, so the university was 101 Lockheed, if I'm understanding correctly?
Oh, no. That's just where. So I went to the same university that Ryan Lochte went to. That wasn't. Yeah, no. I was saying because.
Okay, sorry. Thank you.
Yeah.
I misunderstood. And which university was that again?
So it was in Gainesville, and it was right across the street from 101 Cantina. It was a nightclub that I used to be a bouncer at.
Okay.
And-
Okay. All right. Okay. All right. All right. All right. And what was your degree in?
Yes. So I took the more of like kind of like an esoteric property of which I base my degrees off of. It was back in when it was more of like a hierarchical structure involving
What I can kind of convolute into this kind of diabolical mess that I experienced in 2012 before I graduated.
I see. Okay. Okay. All right. All right. All right. All right. All right. And have you done any internships or anything like that?
Yes, definitely.
And where did you do your internships?
I always do take like this more kind of generic approach when it comes to kind of structuring like whatever system it is. Like it's hard to think of at the time. It brings back like isogenetic properties basically.
I see.
It brings back isogenetic properties into a structured formulaic society for hierarchical nature. That's what I was trying to say the first time. Is like didn't come out properly.
I did get that earlier on. Okay. All right. All right. All right. Your email. Yeah. It's MW898998
89, 69, 98,
gmail.com, something like that.
Yeah, something like that. 69, 89, whatever.
So I do have.
Excellent. It was good spending time with you guys and letting you know about a little bit more about Ryan Lochte and things like that.
Sure. All right. Have a really good day.
All
Thank
right.
you so much.
All right, you too, folks. Ryan Lochte.
Okay.
Tell us about your background. What's in your resume?
So in my resume, I take this kind of analytical structure and I break it down for society on a more church by church basis. It depends on how they're believing in things, how they're kind of operating on that primordial front for that almost convoluted essence of what can be created by man.
Great. So
what?
awesome.
What was the name of the company you worked for?
Are you familiar with Sigmund Freud, the psychologist?
Yes.
Yes, so basically, it's think of like plants or animals. It's almost like you want to get fresh air. It's not like this kind of like structured librarian-like format if I do need to read or whatnot.
Great. Awesome. Well, it was good talking to you today, Steve.
Yeah, for sure. And do you have any questions for me?
We do not, so it was nice to speak with you. You take care.
Okay, Rob, and I guess I'll try to structure my more formats based off of that more client-by-client basis and the mentality that we have off of primordial ways.
Awesome.
Do you structure the client-by-client basis on that kind of front based off of that kind of 2000s culture?
Yeah, hey, Steve, on the bottom right-hand side of the screen, there's a leave room button. Do you see that one?
I'm looking on the bottom right. It's just more of this like kind of...
You know what we do here at Pathburn? It sounds like it's probably something totally different than what you thought.
It is. Well, I thought that we were going to take a group and go on a path and maybe look at the different nature, the different fungi species that are around, the different birds, depending on what region we're in, you know?
That sounds fun, though. I mean, I'd do that.
Hey, thanks for the time, I guess. This was a funny memory.
No problem.
Do you have any questions about the position?
I guess because if it's structured from more of like a hierarchical sense of like an analogous kind of society in which the esoteric mind may crumble under the egotistical views of the kind of the 1970s wave.
Would that kind of be incorporated into a more progression of the liberal arts, or?
I guess I'm a little confused by your question. Do you want to rephrase that a little bit, break that down for me a little bit?
For sure. Which part were you confused on?
Just like the basic point of the question. I don't understand. Go ahead and rephrase.
So I guess from a more like hierarchical sense, looking at it analytically and kind of indigenously from like a more structured format.
What positions and what locations did you apply for?
Geographically, I think of it from more of like an analytical mind state in which we kind of view that hierarchical structure of nature, so it's more streamlined.
The position, I was asking about the position, what you were applying for.
So it's like a more streamlined approach. It's kind of that tendency to have that hierarchical nature, that
Structure in which we desire, and that more egocentric kind of 70s, 80s mentality of how it was like a revival of the archetype.
I'm not sure if I'm following you. Have you had a chance to look into what Chico's is about and the company?
Oh yes, my mom used to shop there all the time. She still does. Have fond memories as a kid going into Chico's with her.
Do you? Okay. So, and what location are you applying for?
I guess it's more of like a streamlined approach, more of like an analytical type mindset of that hierarchical nature that we so deemed structured from that 1780s lifestyle that we wanted.
Okay, I don't think you are answering my question, so I really appreciate your time. I don't think we are really moving forward very
Do you
quickly with this interview.
Sometimes I may be hard to understand because I bring up difficult points and I bring up contracept topics in which the remediator cannot necessarily necessitate.
It's a simple question, and it's really just the location of the time, but thank you so much for your time. I really appreciate it. Okay?
Likewise.
Thank you.
Thank you, Marta.
Where have you worked?
For that, it is kind of like a more analytical society, kind of anecdotal, almost Freudian nature.
What are you doing? What is this?
I usually comb the left part of my hair when I'm talking. It's like a habit.
How do you pronounce your name?
You could either pronounce it Seef, or Deef, or Queef, or Heef.
Okay, no problems. All right. And whereabouts are you?
So geographically speaking, it's more like an esoteric thing where it's like the genetic properties aren't quite mutated into that kind of formulaic process yet.
Yeah, whereabouts?
So I take it's like almost like the genetic properties of anything where you have to analyze that more structured nature of the hierarchical tendencies. So I don't kind of analyze it from that streamlined mentality.
Okay. So are you living in the USA?
Yes.
Yeah?
Yep.
Whereabouts?
So it's like more like a structured, streamlined process in which I kind of integrate the like hierarchical structure almost, I guess. Does that make sense? Or
Something's going on. I think there's something just going on at the moment with this stream.
is it kind of going in and out?
Yeah, it's virtually repeating something. Like I just asked you, do you live in the USA?
Yes.
And you said yes, and I asked whereabouts, but then something else come up.
What came up? What was it?
I don't know, it was just, it was just other, talking. So whereabouts in the USA are you?
I guess I kind of take more of like a streamlined approach. It's not necessarily like a homogeneous system of analytical data in which I process.
Sounds like he's interviewing with someone else. Let's see what happens.
All right, what's your name?
Seef.
So, Steve, what position are you interested in here at the Weston?
So I kind of take more of like a structured system as to the position. It's more of like a hierarchical nature in which I kind of progress my meetings and my flow and things like that.
Something's going on.
So what position are you interested in here at the Weston Portland Harborview?
I guess I kind of take a more structured approach. It's more of like a hierarchical system of like an analytical mindset that I kind of take, and I kind of apply that to everything, whether it's teamwork or whether it's this homogenized system that we base.
Okay. It was great to meet you, and thank you for joining us, and best of luck, okay?
Likewise, ladies, and wow, this was great.
Okay, good.
All right,
Bye.
bye.
Have
See
a
ya.
great day.
You
Bye-bye.
too. Bye-bye. Likewise, ladies, and wow, this was great.